What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Sorry I'm a little late. Long story. But thrilled you're all here with me. Appreciate you hanging out. Game has been a little bit of a dud so far, but um, we still got bets on it, so, let's go. Let's see. I picked the Commanders minus 5.5. That turned into a total disaster, of course. So I went and took them plus, I think, 16.5 at halftime. And we'll see if we can build a little middle. Can you come back? They have before. Came back from 21 down versus the Broncos and came back from, I think, 14 down versus the Eagles. So there's a little bit of precedent for it. So a reminder, if you don't have somewhere to watch the game, that you can watch it for free on Twitch. It's on the at Prime Video channel. Would love if you keep a box open and hang with us while you watch. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Commanders already moving the ball better, I feel like, than they did in the first half. And maybe they're just a second half team. I mean, listen, you do have a veteran offensive coordinator with Bieniemy. Even though, how much was he calling the plays in KC is worthwhile to speculate. But he showed the ability to make adjustments in other games, which is why I wanted to dip back in and bet on them in this second half. As far as the Bears go, they blew a second half lead, very similar to this one last week to the Broncos. You think they're probably not going to do that again, but at least, it's going to be lurking in the back of their head not to let it happen again. And sometimes you press so hard that that's actually a negative that's in your head. Points on this first drive is big for Washington. They're already, looks like, in field goal range. 1st and 10 with 12 minutes and 44 seconds left on like the 35, I think. 30 maybe. Just nobody in the flats. Why do they not have anybody in the flats? And I feel like the Commanders' defensive line is good enough that if they make some adjustments here, they can make it hard on this Bears team, especially with one of their offensive linemen going out in the first half. That's a flag. Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be 1st and goal. I'm at 12:06 in the third quarter. But yeah, so that is 1st and goal for the Commanders. And coming out and putting 6 quick on the board definitely is going to get in both these teams' heads, right? Washington's going to say, "Hey, we've come back from the scores like this before," and the Bears are going to say, "Oh no, not again." You know. What are you shaking your head about, bro? It was absolutely pass interference. Got to convert here for Washington. Not that I need to say it, but right to his guy, Logan Thomas. Washington's back on. They're live. Yeah, he was right there. The defender's right there and can put his hand right in between them. I don't know what he was waiting for. Two-point conversion's good. And suddenly my 16 and plus 16 and a half is in the lead. Just like that. Dominant performance coming out for sure. As always, appreciate if you like, subscribe, follow. Those subscribers are huge for me right now. I got to get my subscriber numbers up, so appreciate if you can drop one of those. I know the cheaper ones are done, but they're still not very expensive, so appreciate everything that you can provide for me. Of course, my guy Sturls going to be with me Sunday morning. We'll have the Bills game on. Both of us kind of do a watch along / pregame show since we're Bills fans. But we will still go through every NFL game, tell you what we're picking. So join us Sunday morning. That's 11 a.m. Eastern and 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Let's go through and I'll give you my preliminary thoughts on all the NFL games this weekend. Love to do this. We'll start with Jags and Bills. It's a super interesting matchup because you're across the pond. And I think for the first time ever, Jacksonville has gotten to stay over there for the week, which is interesting. The Bills flying out there today, I believe, and they're going to fly all night, stay up all day tomorrow, and then hopefully their body clocks will acclimate. It's a risky bet, especially versus a team who has been there this whole time. So interesting to see how the body clocks are affected for Bills and Jaguars. As far as the matchup goes, Jacksonville's defensive line, particularly Josh Allen, has been the bane of the Bills' existence more than once. Particularly in a 9-6 game they lost to Urban Meyer. So yeah, I'd be concerned a little bit if I'm the Bills, but their offensive line has played much better this year. Their protection has been much better. Bills are rolling right now. And you just worry that something that can stop it is getting on a plane, going over to London and playing a game, and then coming back and playing another game the next week. No bye afterwards for the Bills. They decided to push it later in the season. So you worry. You know what I mean? As far as the Jaguars go, I've been disappointed with them this season for the most part. Even in a win versus Atlanta last week, I think they scored 20 points. So those London games, you just never know. But I would think the Bills would be the pick here. I don't know. I just hesitate to say it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's real tough considering what's happening with the team flying and everything like that. Justin Fields coming out with that Bears offense that has been electric to start. Their first half possessions, TD, field goal, TD, field goal, TD. I mean, goodness. Better start making some adjustments if you're the Commanders, no doubt. Strange play calls, like a student body right almost. Yeah, two polars, and Commanders just do an excellent job to stuff everything up, not let him get the edge. Still turns it into a gain of a yard though. Another called run for Justin Fields. And he does not look pleased about it. I gotta be completely honest with you. I don't know that I love them calling so many runs, and I know that has been a big criticism of them the past couple weeks. Let Justin Fields use his excuse me, his athleticism, but a deflected pass there. Let Justin Fields use his athleticism, which I understand the sentiment, but when you're up 27-11, I don't know that I need him running and taking hits. Now he's been good. He got out of bounds and gave himself up on the two runs. So took a hit throwing the ball too. So 2nd and 10 now. I'm at 10 minutes and 33 seconds of the third quarter. And it looks like they're going to get about 5, so it'll be 3rd and 5 here. Man, Jack Del Rio looking angry. Looking like a supervillain. Big play here, 3rd and 5. If you can get a stop here as Washington, um, get your offense right back on the field, you're going to feel pretty good. D line, oh, he had him. Is he all right? He hurt himself? Yeah, he hurt his knee. So Herbert, bad throw by Fields. He was under duress, but Herbert tries to come back from it, and his knee twisted really awkwardly. Super weird. I think that is not going to be a good thing. You could have gotten a holding call there on Chase Young. Oh, man. Oh, no. Your leg is not supposed to bend that direction. Hate seeing stuff like that for sure. All right. They're taking a commercial break. I'll take one with them. I'll be right back. What's up, everybody? We're back. Looks like they're just getting back to the game as well. Lincoln Memorial. Herbert walked off the field. That's interesting. I mean, he is limping. It looked bad, but I'm glad he can at least put weight on it. Hate to see that, of course. Lots of room for Crowder. Huge for you here. Even a field goal can make it so you don't need 2-point conversions as you go down the field. So any points here, I think, is real big for Commanders. So 1st and 10 from the 30 at about 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Getting the ball out of his hand. I always love that if you watch my streams. Process quick, get the ball out quick. You do that, you nullify the two most expensive positions on the field for the defense, cornerback and edge rusher. First down. Man, he just oh, he fumbled. Oh no. Yeah, that was definitely a fumble. No, but it's 100% right is what it is. Damn, Logan Thomas, boy, what you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a fumble. It's not even close. So on the 46-yard line. And I think it's imperative you get another stop here. Gabs, what's up? Appreciate you hopping back in. Watch your guy Eberflus. I know that's definitely why you're tuned in, right? Big play from the Washington defense here. So now you're 2nd and and is his head all right? 2nd and what? 15, yeah. The hell was that? It's ugly all the way around. Is that a pre-snap penalty? Gabs, you got them as money line or minus the 5.5. It was 5.5 when I bet it anyway. And I was just saying, this Commanders team has come back a couple of times. Oh, you got a money line. Okay, you're still live. This Commanders team has come back a couple times, against the Eagles being one of them, but they came back against the Broncos as well. And it feels like their defense is feeling it a little bit. Their offense was moving the ball. They went right down the field that first drive, and were moving the ball before they fumbled on the second one. And I had mentioned that the Bears have blown a couple leads. So, if you can get them in a situation where you get it close again, they're going to, I think, tighten up a little bit. And I think the Commanders are going to believe that they can come back. So I ended up at halftime betting Commanders plus 16.5. And I already had them minus 5.5 from pregame. There's a stop on 3rd and 20, and they're out of field goal range, which means they're going to punt it. Defense looks like they're feeling it a little bit. I don't think you're dead yet, Gabs. I don't think you're dead. We are powering on the Washington Commanders. They're coming. All right, so 7:40 left in the third. It's officially 2 scores, but you need 2 touchdowns and 2 points. So you really want to be thinking 3. And you've got probably 5 or 6 possessions left in the game. So I think any points here is good. Didn't like the spread. All Commanders games were pretty close, hard to cover. Yeah. No, I agree with you. They've been game in most of them except that Bills game. I did tweet out though. I've unfortunately watched 3 complete Commanders games in the first 5 weeks. I don't know why I do this to myself, but here we are. Broncos Commanders, Bills Commanders, and now Bears Commanders. Real barn burners that we've had on so far. Next on the list of NFL games this weekend that we're talking about is Falcons and Texans, and I think this one's sneaky fun. 2 teams that nobody thought were going to be in it, and they're right up there at the top of their respective divisions. Atlanta coming back from London, you wonder how that affects them. They haven't looked great the past couple of weeks. They were fun the first couple of weeks of the season, but it seems like maybe they've gotten figured out just a little bit. In Houston, is C.J. Stroud the guy? You know what I mean? I think a lot of people thought very highly of him. Gabs, I don't think it was you. I think it was Dr. Eagle maybe who said that they wanted, because they're a Panthers fan, I'm pretty sure, that they wanted C.J. Stroud over Bryce Young. He certainly looked like a guy the last couple weeks, I guess I should say. First couple weeks he struggled a little bit, but big game against the Jaguars and then big game against the Steelers last week. You wonder if that's something happening down in Houston there, which you love to see. Well, you don't love to see it, Gabs, but I like to see young quarterbacks succeed. So Texans getting 1.5 on the road, but like I said, that Atlanta team has not been good. Panthers-Lions game after that. Panthers getting 10 points. Heading up to Detroit. I think Detroit's good, but I don't know. You guys know I don't like telling NFL teams they're 10 points worse than somebody else. They were close with the Ravens week 1, too. Ravens week 1. Who was that? Who are you talking about? Texans. Yeah, I felt like the only game they really got smoked was that game against you guys, Gabs, against the Colts. I felt like that was the only one they really got worked on. So yeah, I mean, listen, is DeMeco Ryans a sneaky good head coach? Is C.J. Stroud a sneaky good quarterback. You might have something there. Man, Herbert's ankle was just ugly. Sam Howell ripping it. It looks like that Washington team believes a little bit. If you want to bet it and get a big point, this is probably your last chance. 6.5. It's not even that much right now. You mean the uniforms, Metronome? Welcome in, by the way. It's good to see you. I actually don't hate the uniforms. There is a burgundy outline trim on the numbers and stuff like that. I think they did a good enough job to make the nameplates look different. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I like the shoulder emblem. I actually don't hate the numbers on the sides of the helmet and the logos on the front and back. Overall, I think this is their best look. That's easily said. I really hate the rest of their uniforms. But I hate that color red. The maroon, I don't know. Just don't love it. Oh, Sam takes a 10-yard sack right back out of field goal range. You don't like it, Metronome? Not a fan? Yeah, that's fine. They're disguising their coverage well. You can't take a sack, man. You're in field goal range. And this offense has been moving the ball. So 3rd and 12. I'm at 4:40 of the third quarter. And if you don't have somewhere to watch this game, it is available for free on Twitch at Prime Video if you want to open up a tab for them and a tab for us and hang out. Gabs, I was a huge fan of Howell coming off college. He's great. He's a great passer, but those sacks that he takes are terrible. Yeah, there seems to be just a little bit indecisiveness, and when he trusts it and rips it, I mean, he's really got a cannon. I really like some of the things that he does, but when he doesn't see it, oh my God, get the first. Oh God. I take the 3 here probably. So 4th and 3 after all that. I take the 3 here probably because if you do that, you make it so you don't need to get 2-point conversions later in the game. Take the points when you can get them. Let's see. Metronome. They're fine. I just thought they were the Steelers for a second. Steelers don't wear black on black normally. I think they do that like once a year maybe. Normally it's black on yellow. What do you guys think of the logos on the front and back of the helmet rather than on the sides? I always encourage teams to try something new rather than just the same old helmet on the sides logo kind of thing. But, I think it's cool the Steelers have their thing where it's just on one side of the helmet. And so, interested to know what you guys think about that. All right, Panthers line. So, yeah, Panthers getting 10 points. Listen, they're going to jump up and bite somebody, right? They're not going winless. I just think the Seahawks already had their bad game. If I don't bet against 10-point spread, so I'll probably take the 10 points. But I do think the Lions are going to get that one and probably cover. Titans, Colts. There you go, Gabs. Colts plus 2.5 at home. I just don't know what to do with the Titans. I really don't. They're trash, but they just seem to find themselves in games all the time. Drives me crazy. It's cool, but the Commanders' logos are boring. Yeah, the W. But you know what? Why I think they did that is for exactly what's happening, which is they might change their name again. So I do like the Washington. They've got it on the side of their shoulder and the back of their helmet. It's like the flag for Washington, D.C. It's like a couple lines with some stars. Very basic, but I do like the logo. Or the flag, I guess I should say. Not confident in this game about this game. A lot of injuries. Yeah, you guys are beat up, but I don't know what to do with that Tennessee team. They lose to the Browns like 28-3. Come back and smack the Bengals. You know what I mean? It's just I never know what to do with them. I got to be honest. It's going to be a tough one for me to pick on Sunday. Rookie left tackle or main edge rusher not going to play. I got to be honest. The rookie left tackle portion of it, you got a mobile of enough quarterback that they can get out of some of those things. Josh Allen did it for years. We were begging the Bills to make that offensive line better, and they have. But you can save yourself a lot of times, with a quarterback that can move. So, do I think UK can beat Georgia? Yeah, Georgia's. I mean, I don't want to say. I was going to say Georgia's looked horrible. I don't want to say that. Georgia's struggled, man. SC gave them a game. That's South Carolina. Yeah, I'm not a. Georgia has not looked like the world beaters. So yeah, I think absolutely UK can beat them. Now, do I think they will? Now ask me if I think they will. Listen, man, Kentucky's going to be feeling good about themselves after last week. So, and to be the man, you got to beat the man. Oh, that's a flag nowadays, isn't it? You're not allowed to block like that, I thought. Which is a stupid rule, by the way. I hate that. Like, you can tell people if they're cracking back that they have to hit the strike zone like they do on quarterbacks. But I hate that you can't block coming back to your own end zone. Cost the Bills a playoff game once. Texas looks like the team to beat in college right now with Michigan. Yeah, well, Michigan hasn't played anybody. Michigan's schedule has been so soft. Not that I think that they're a bad team. Before I anoint them as the team to beat in college football, they need to play actual competition. Oh, and that is going to end up being a first down. Unbelievable. Almost disaster. Almost snapped it right over Justin Fields' head. Yeah, that is right. Remember, it's the center that got hurt in the first half. But this guy's got a bunch of starts at center, I think. I think they mentioned that. What was that? Is that his leg maybe? Yeah, he's coming out. He just can't do it. Yeah, dude, that leg bent a way that a leg is not supposed to bend. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was not fun to watch. What's up, everybody jumping in? Let us know if you got bets on the game. I did bet Commanders minus 5.5 pregame. But at halftime, I picked up Commanders plus 16.5. Commanders have had a couple. Oh, why wouldn't you try to tackle him when you went for that ball? I picked up Commanders plus 16.5 because the Bears have blown a lead and the Commanders have come back from a couple deficits. So felt like plus I had a bonus bet to use. But felt like the 16.5 was a good bet. So took the 16.5 at halftime. Oof. By a centimeter. This is where you got to get a stop if you're Washington. Can't let them gain any more yards. You got to make this a tough field goal. End of the third quarter. That went quick, bro. Okay, I'm going to run an ad here to make sure pre-roll's turned off. I will be back in a couple minutes. Hang tight. All right, everybody, welcome back. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here. Let's see, what's our next game to talk about? Giants and Dolphins. Oh, the Giants, man. And that defensive line is going to eat them alive. Jalen Phillips might be back. I don't know if they've said that he's in or out yet, but he's missed the last 2 weeks. I'd be surprised if he misses another game. And they're going to be hungry after getting beat by the Bills. They're going to want to get back on track for sure. Giants, man, I've run out of things to say about them. I couldn't believe their offensive lineman was saying what he was saying earlier this week. But, all right, here we go. Let's see. 2nd and 7. And I really think you got to get a negative play here if you're Washington. So 3rd and 5. It is a 10-point spread. What is it? 12 and a half for that game. Giants Dolphins. It's just tough to lay that many points, but I would probably stay off it altogether. But um, my pick is the Dolphins to cover, but I would probably bet the Giants because I have my rule and I stick to it. Saints Patriots next game. Oh, he's got him. Overthrew him. He had him, just overthrew him by a step. Yeah, Patriots are in a bad way. They bring in J.C. Jackson, who obviously knows the system, but Christian Gonzalez was playing so well. And Judon has shown he can dominate. They're at home. Here's the thing: who are the Saints? You know what I mean, Gabs? Miss it. Nope, punches it right through there. So a 16-point lead once again for the Bears. And I think you got to go down and get 7 if you're, 8 if you're Washington right now. Yeah, the question for me is who are the Saints? Their defense is, gonna be good, but offensively they've looked woeful, even against bad competition. So I don't know. I normally like teams that get embarrassed. I normally like them coming out the next week because I just don't think any NFL. I think the NFL is so close. The margin of error is so small. Um, So, a team like the Patriots getting smacked on Sunday in the late window, I think maybe they want to come out and put it on New Orleans for sure. So, a great defense, Chris Olave on offense. I wanted him on the Bills so bad. Oh, he was my guy for that draft. Everybody's got like a guy in each draft. Olave was my guy. But yeah, I mean, he is a monster. I think they didn't even score 20 points yet this season. I think they've gotten exactly 20 once. But you're right. I mean, it hasn't been impressive by any stretch of the imagination, Gabs. Patriots probably my pick there. Probably. If anybody can make a defense work without their big guns, it's Bill Belichick. So Ravens at Steelers. Not quite the heavyweight matchup it used to be, but a game they play nonetheless. Next one on our docket. All right, Washington, let's see you fly down the field again here. Or just get a Sam Howell sack. Oh, he picked up 5 yards. How about that? Got to be moving quick though, I think if you're Washington. Pretty much the rest of the game here. Oof. He can make the throws. That's one thing for sure. Is that gonna be a hold? Ooh, legal contact. I like the way Howell spins the ball, man. He definitely has an arm. Take a shot after a penalty. Who's doing it? Who's with me? I might take a shot here. Oof. That's trusting your arm right there. Yeah, great job by the wide receiver there, settling in that zone. Oh, nice job by 3 there too. Playing little D back on his knees. Let's see. Ravens 4.5 point favorites on the road in Pittsburgh. Man, Pittsburgh was just so bad last week that it's hard for me to bet on them again. But the Ravens always play down to their competition, man. Always. And in those divisional games, I just expect it to be a field goal game. Why couldn't you do anything in Buffalo, Jamison Crowder? Sorry, Bill's heavy tonight, Gabs. And whoever else is here. Feet not set on that throw either. Kid definitely has an arm. Oh, and got landed on too. Yeah, so it's just hard for me to say that those AFC North games, especially where the Ravens are the favorite, aren't going to be field goal games. The Ravens just always feel like they're going to play down to their competition. I don't know why I feel that way, but you know, it just always feels that way to me. Eagles at Rams. I feel like that game's going to be fun. We'll see. Gonna have to be watching the Bronco game during that. Shot. Oh, make the catch, Logan Thomas. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Gabs. Those games always feel close. 4.5 feels like a lot. I think I'm gonna. Oh, that is pass interference. It's 100% pass interference. Um, yeah, and of course I'll bet on the Ravens and it'll be the game that the Steelers figure it out and Mitch Trubisky will throw for 300 yards. First down, huge. Gotta be moving just a little bit faster if you're the Commanders for me. I want to try to make sure I get 3 more possessions in this game. And you're on the line of like 3 and 4, but yeah, I mean he had a couple nice catches too, but oh, is he all right? Down to the 3-yard line. Got to convert here. Let's go. Gabs, you don't have to tell me if you don't want, but how much is the parlay for, and is this the last leg? Got to punch this one in. Let's go. Love sprint outs on the goal line. Logan Thomas, another one. It was a good defensive play, but yeah, I don't put a lot on parlays either. But listen, if you turn $3 into 20, those are the kind of bets I want to hear about. That's my business right there. That's how I roll. I don't make huge bets, Gabs. I'm not a big better. I bet a lot. I bet frequently, but I don't bet a lot of money. So for the NFL games, I do $5 on every game every week, and then parlays are between like $3 and $5. Oh, that was not a good throw. Low and away. Come on. just a terrible throw. You put that ball in the right spot, that's 6. See, Kirk's blaming it on the wide receiver, and I understand you tell him you want him to catch it, but I really think that was a throw problem. You got 2 downs here to get it, Sam. Don't forget that. Wide open. Excellent. And there you go. I mean, that's how a guy like EB pays off for you, right? A veteran offensive coordinator like that. Can you scheme a throw that's going to be wide open? Now, of course, you don't know that you're going to get the blitz there, but the route combination on top, Sam was looking at it the whole time. As soon as that blitz comes, Sam says, I've got the perfect route combination for this, and he did. That safety, there's no way that safety is going to be able to cover that wide receiver going out to the flag there. Okay, 2-point try here can make it a 1-score game. Oh. Yeah, just throw it. Oh. What a mess of humanity that was. Okay, so 2 scores, but that's what I love about doing that early. And some people will say when you're down by like 15, just kick the field goal the first time, don't give away points. No, I want to go for 2 the first time because I want to know how many possessions I need left in the game. They know they need 2 possessions now. Now, they should get 3, right? And maybe even 4, depending on how it goes. But knowing that you need the 2 possessions, the 2 scores, I think makes a huge difference. Eagles, Rams. Eagles 4.5-point favorites on the road. The Rams have been game, dude. They've been hanging around. Gabs, you watched them last week. What'd you think? I feel like it's a masterful coaching job that you're talking about this year from McVay, with all the young guys that they have. But that being said, I just feel like the Eagles are going to be too much for him. West going east, long flight. Not necessarily worried about that. It's normally east. I'm sorry, that is east going west. It's normally west going east that I'm concerned about. So I don't think that'll affect him too much. Bengals, Cardinals. Who would have thought this is a matchup of 1 and 3 teams? Let's see, Gabs. Rams scheme takes too much advantage of the Colts offense, so I don't want to overreact to that game. Yeah, personally, I think it's a little bit of smoke and mirrors. I think it's a good coaching job by McVay. I don't necessarily think they're great players. No, I got what you meant. I think I'm probably laying the 4.5 with that one. Even though the Eagles burned me last week. Bengals and Cardinals. I don't think I can bet the Bengals even against the Cardinals. I don't think I can bet the Bengals again. I keep believing the Bengals are going to turn it around, and they just keep letting me down. And those Cardinals have been game every week, man. Credit to Jonathan Gannon. Credit to those guys on that team who got told, you're terrible, you're good, you're tanking, blah blah blah. Yeah, they've hung around all these games. That Niner game was maybe the most blowouty of all of them. But yeah, that Cardinals team I think is going to win a few games this year. They'll at least hang. It's a really interesting game. I have no idea who I'm going to pick there. Okay, so gonna be on the 25, and I think the Bears offense only has a field goal so far this half. Um, so big drive for the Bears here. If you're rooting for the Bears, you got to put something together here. And if you're rooting for the Commanders, you got to feel like the momentum is going to change 100% if you can get a stop. Snap once again high. Keep an eye on that for the rest of the game. Remember, it's a backup center in there. And that snap just keeps coming in high. (14 to 27 for 226 for Fields. See, and if you're the Bears, you just want to run the ball, but you've only got your quarterback and a fullback to run the ball with, you know. Jets at Broncos for the next game on our little lineup here. The Nathaniel Hackett Bowl. Jets getting 2.5 on the road. God, it's just hard for me to believe the Broncos don't win that game. With as much of a mess as they are, I think the Jets are going to be mentally and emotionally broken after being so close against the Chiefs and letting it slip. 3rd and 2. Got to get a stop here. Get off the field. Oh, is that a little movement there? There you go. Yeah, I was going to say, a little bit of pass interference there, but it was because Moore had to come back to the ball. I like the no call there, to be honest with you, because if the ball's in the right spot and Moore doesn't have to try to come back to it, he's in good position. Defender has the right to his space, you know. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so I'm probably picking Broncos there, but I hate that I'm doing that. Chiefs at Vikings. Who isn't that interesting? I might like the Vikings plus 3.5 at home. Yeah, Gabs, I agree with you. A lot of hard games to bet this week. Um, Man, the Chiefs just feel like they're going to drop another one before they figure it out, don't they? And the Vikings are desperate. They're at home. You're getting 3.5. Oof. Man, that is tough. That's maybe my upset pick of the week. Vikings, you feel like you got your backs against the wall a little bit. You can't go 1-4. Chiefs' second road game in as many weeks. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Then the game of the day, of course, Cowboys and Niners. That'll be fun. I think the Niners are going to win that one pretty handily, but it'll be fun. Ugh, why do we have to watch Packers Raiders on Monday night? Sorry, didn't even really talk about the Cowboys and Niners, but uh, listen, Micah Parsons is fighting through some stuff. I just feel like the Niners are an absolute unit right now, and at some point, somebody's gonna smack them, and they're gonna not be playing like Super Bowl champions at some point. But until somebody does that to them, I just don't know that I'm ready to bet against them, especially with a banged up Cowboys D. Yeah, I think it's Niners there, easy for me. Home, only 3.5 points you're laying. I think I like the Niners there. Yeah. And trusting his arm a little bit. Kirk's doing a little expose on Howell throwing the ball. When he sees it, man, when he trusts it, he can rip it. Welcome in, everybody who's hanging out for this watch along. Let us know if you got any bets on the game. My name is Rob Trujillo. I do sports talk radio here in Denver. Feel free to give us a like, subscribe, or follow. Trying to get those subscribers up. That's the number I'm working on right now. So if you are so inclined, I appreciate it to subscribe. I hate that. Probably would have gotten tackled for negative yards anyway, but not a good way to start off your drive. Gabs, I don't trust the Cowboys offense. It looked real good the first couple games under Mike McCarthy. I can understand where you're coming from. Their offensive line was banged up for a little bit. I should find out if they're going to be healthy or not going into this game. Nice throw. First down. Got to move a little bit though. Keep it going, boys. Ooh, is Howell hurt? That's a big story if Howell's hurt. He looks all right. He's hobbling a little bit. Cowboys are better when they run the ball. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? Oof. Took a shot to the head there. Howell. So 2nd and 8. I'm at about 8:15 left in the fourth quarter if you're watching along with me. Second and 9. We'll let this play go off. Oh, cannot take a sack, man. And your offensive line hasn't been good, which is ironic because the Bears have a terrible defensive line. They have not been good. He's hobbling a little bit, though. That might have something to do with it. You can afford not to score here, but you kind of can't afford not to score here, if you know what I mean. Third and 13. Got the ball out. Get the first. Oh, nice dive. There's your guy, Gabs. He's your dude. Oh, and a bear is down. Yeah, I went for the peanut punch. Oh, you don't get the Prime Video stream on Twitch, Gabs? I'll try not to spoil it too much for you then. All right. Oh, it's U.S. only. Interesting. I did not know they geofenced that. Packers at Raiders. A Monday night in Vegas. Sounds dangerous, doesn't it? Man, the Raiders, God, I just have zero belief in them whatsoever. So it's not that I believe in the Packers. You got the Packers on your parlay too? For next week? Next week's Monday night game? Yeah, it's not that I believe in the Packers. I have such faith that the Raiders are going to be terrible. it's part of the same parlay games. It's too long for me to wait. But yeah, I like the Packers there too. I think that's a good pick by you. Um, I just feel like Raiders are going to Raider, and in the 1970s and 80s that meant something. Now it means something bad. Fans already already yelling for McDaniels to get fired. Davis not being able to afford to fire him. The Chandler Jones stuff. Is Garoppolo going to play? I assume he's back, but yeah, it's interesting. It's so weird to see the Bills on so many commercials. I'm still not used to it. Even though it's an NFL shop commercial, these were the ones that you would sneak into from time to time as a bad team. But still weird that the Bills lead these commercials. Broncos wearing their white helmets for this game on Sunday. Ooh, and the Cardinals are going to be in their all black. I'm excited to see that. Broncos at Chiefs Thursday. It'll at least be interesting. Not looking forward to doing that post-game show, I can tell you that. All right, finally we're ready to go here. 1st and 10, almost at the 50, 45. Oh, wow. Now, see, that one I can see you being unsure about. Yeah, I understand he didn't locate the football, so that's one thing, but he does look back, but yeah, I think that's more a heady play by McLaurin than anything else. Yeah, it's a tough call. They can pick it up. It's tough. So I would have said no call is probably the right call there, but you also that's interesting. That's a really tough call. By the letter of the law, it's probably pass interference, but I like that it went no call, I think. Got to get at least a field goal here, Washington. So you need another 15 yards probably. Oh, what a throw! What a throw! Yeah, I didn't understand the hire either. There were listen. If you're willing to hire a defensive, they're hiring a lot of like really young offensive coordinators because they're out of good offensive coordinator candidates. And I can have the conversation with you about Eric Bieniemy if you don't know about Eric Bieniemy. But they're out of good offensive coordinator candidates, so they're hiring some guys that I think aren't. Oh, what a catch! Um, they're hiring some guys who I think aren't quite qualified yet, as you're saying, mid. Um, on defense, if you're willing to hire a defensive coordinator as your head coach, there's a ton of super qualified candidates. And somehow Eberflus gets that job. I mean, he must have blown them away in the interview. But I agree with you, Gabs. I have no idea how Eberflus got that job. Another injury for the Bears. Can't waste too much more time here. Oh, get up, get out of bounds. Third and 15 now, and you made the field goal harder on yourself, too. Interesting. I mean, a heck of a catch, but you're probably better off dropping that there, Mr. Robinson. Why are all the Bears cramping up? Like, it's not like it's a hot night. So third and 15, I might throw a short pass here. And I hate those give up plays, but I might throw a short pass here to shorten the field goal and just take my points. I don't think you can afford not to get points here. You can probably get two more possessions, but that's unlikely if you ask me. I think you probably just got one. So I'm probably telling him, take the short throw here. Make sure we get 5 yards. And if we pick it up, we pick it up. Well, you're a little bit closer than I thought. Maybe I take that back. I thought you were more 35 ish, and you're not. You're more like 30, 28 ish. Yeah. Another blitz. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. Got to catch the ball. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Kirk, the play is designed so you have to break a tackle. I mean, that's the whole idea. Oh, did he miss it? He missed it. Unbelievable. Oh, football, man. All right, Gabs. Appreciate you hanging out as always. Have a good night. Wow. All right. So let's talk about what you need here. You need 10 points. You got 5 minutes. You got 3 timeouts. They can't really run the ball. Oh, how do you let them get 5 yards there? I probably don't take my timeouts here. Try to just get it back and hold on to them. All right. Well, a reminder that we will find a way to do the CU football game on Saturday. Do a watch along for that. Um, we also do our NFL betting pregame show. I like to call it your pregame show because we'll answer whatever questions you got. Me and my guy Sterls hanging out for that. Always a good time. Really, honestly, have a ton of fun doing it. And so the Bills game will be on, but we will be running that down probably a little bit quicker than we've done in weeks past, but we will be running that down coming up Sunday. That's 11 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock our time Mountain here. So make sure you join us for that. 2nd and 4 with the clock running. Okay, so this is a big play for you. 3rd and take one of your timeouts here. Not a bad choice. Herbert's out. So 3rd and 2 with 4:18 left. Do you use a timeout if you stop them? Probably. But if you hold on to it, you got 2 plus the 2-minute, which is huge. So maybe I let it tick. Throwing the ball. Oh, and he caught it. Oh my God. What a, oh my God. Just lighting my money on fire. Hi, I'm Rob. I bet Commanders plus 16.5 at halftime. Now they're going to be down 17, 36-20 right now with an extra point coming. Brutal. Absolutely. You look like maybe they crawl back in and win money line. Man, unbelievable. Wow. Light my money on fire. Damn. And how close was he to? Oh my God! It touched his fingers. Wow, unbelievable. So Bears gonna get their first win of the year. Let's see what kind of urgency they still have to get my 16.5 back into a cover. Please, thank you. To DJ Moore this season, 27 of 34 for 531 yards and 5 touchdowns. Yeah, put DJ Moore's picture on there, not Justin Fields. Okay? Unbelievable. Man, huge sack for Howe. What are you doing to my 16 and a half? Oh my God, that's brutal. Second and 21. Get out of town. Yeah, and that's a tough go if you're Washington. I mean, making the wild card in the NFC isn't going to be a barn burner, I don't think. You'd love to be 3-2, you know? Like losing a game to Chicago is tough, man. Commanders fans have filtered out. Now it's just a home game for the Bears fans. Get to enjoy your win this season. 4th and 18, and you throw a 10-yard pass. Always my favorite thing that you do. Oof. Whoa, it looks like the 16 and a half is dead too, because they're at least going to kick a field goal here if they don't just kneel it out. Commanders technically have timeouts, but I doubt they use them. Yeah, I mean, listen, you got to feel happy for the Bears at least a little bit. Nobody losing all those games is tough, man. Tough way to go. They are going to use their timeouts. Wow. Interesting. Fight till the end. Get me a cover. Ron, Riverboat. Man, that Broncos Chiefs game scares the living daylights out of me next week. Credit to this kid, fullback, who turned into their primary back tonight real quick. DJ Moore. Pulling a digs. Doing a digs. I'd love if we started calling it that. Another high snap. Gonna have to figure that out before next week, that's for sure. But you got 10 days to get healthy if you're the Bears. All right, so that'll take us to the 2 minute. I'll run ads with them. And then we'll be back to see if I can get a backdoor cover with plus 16 and a half. Please. Oh, no commercial. Okay. I'm fine with that. Highlighting the Kansas City Minnesota game is super interesting to me because that is not an interesting game at all. I guess I shouldn't say that. I was talking about it before. I feel like Minnesota with their backs against the wall, getting points at home. I just feel like they're gonna somehow, some way, they're gonna get it done. They pull Fields? Oh no, they're kicking a field goal. Oh, don't kick a field goal. I guess it doesn't really matter. If the Commanders give me a backdoor cover here, it'll be with a touchdown. So this is kind of whatever. Congrats, you put up 40. Okay, let's see. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown in 13 straight games, regular postseason record. Get to take NFC winless thing off Chicago. Ryan Poles is GM, Matt Eberflus. Like, I just don't believe in that combination of gentlemen. Maybe I should, but I don't. Man, what do you think about Justin Fields too? Like, how do you? So hard to decide what to think about him, how to feel about him. All right, let's see if the Commanders have any fight here for me. Come on, have a little fight, Commanders. Hardest first down to get's the first one. Come on. I have had scouts tell me put on the tape when you're up by 20 or down by 20, and that's how I figure out who my guys are. Like, I still need you fighting hard. So show me you can fight, Commanders, for that backdoor cover. Yeah, and I just don't get the Commanders' defense, man. Like, that defensive line is good. How do you give up 40 to the Bears, 38 to the Bills, 35 to the Broncos, 33, 33 to the Broncos? Did he drop that? I think he ended up dropping that. Come on, don't quit on me, Commanders. Give me a backdoor cover. Wide receivers look like they're quitting a little bit. Dotson did at least. Come on, Sam. Rip one in the end zone. $27.40. Who doesn't want it? That might end it right there. Oh, couldn't get my backdoor cover. Oh, that's too bad. All right. Well, it was fun at least, right? Right down to the end. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a follow. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget we're doing our NFL pregame show. Me and my guy Sterls. Sunday mornings, 11 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Mountain Time. We're right here on this channel. He guest stars in with us, and we go through the entire slate, pick every NFL game. And I'm not just picking them and saying it. I'm putting the bets in as we do it. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. So come back and join us. Give us a like, subscribe, follow. Appreciate all that. And, of course, we'll see you for some college football over the weekend as well. Have a good night, everybody. I love you. And remember, the way you do anything is the way you do everything.